What's up? I'm Tyler Casey, and welcome to the 6th episode of Wolf Talk. If you guys don't know what Wolf Talk is, I sit down with other creatives, interview them, anyone who shoots music videos, films, filmmakers, videographers, anyone in the creative space. Today, I have Hatch86 back on the show today. I wasn't able to sit down with anyone else, but I do want to do some more short-form podcast episodes. So I'm going to interview Hatch, and we're kind of just going to talk. If you guys don't know who Hatch86 Films is, also known as Josh Fields, you can go ahead and check out all about Hatch86. But if you don't want to go back, he's a music video director out here in the Bay Area, and he shoots a bunch of dope stuff. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up? What have you been up to in the last 3 weeks since we've heard from you?
Last 3 weeks, started a Mr. Fab video for one of his songs off the year 2006. We're still waiting to shoot the second day of that, and just done a few other, random music videos here and there.
Yeah, that looked dope. I saw you were the what's it called footage looked really cool. Were you filming on the Ronin S? That looked pretty sick. I saw that on your story. Or I think you sent it to me.
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool. And then did you end up using your Super 8? What was it? Not Super 8. High 8? High 8 camera? Yeah.
No, I haven't broken that out yet.
Oh, what's his name brought his though, right?
Yeah. Sean brought his.
So are you going to incorporate that footage into the video?
I actually don't know what he shot on that thing. I didn't even see it until we wrapped, and then he had it. So damn, I don't know if he ever got a shot off with it or not.
Because you hella told me like you had that idea before, and then he just came out with that. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that video. Hopefully, I'll come help out on the second day. But yeah, so today the topic I wanted to talk about, we touched on a little bit in the first podcast, but I want to talk a lot more about drones because droning is a big part of your company, what you do a lot of drone work, and I think, I don't know, there's a lot to talk about drones. So start off, what was like one of the first drones that you kind of got into? What was your experience like starting out with a drone?
Well, the very first drone I got at the county fair at like this drone booth, and it was just this little tiny drone like the size of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was like, oh, I wanted to get into drones. I was like, this is a good start. I think it was $100, $80, and I was like, I'll learn the fundamentals with this, and then get something better. And then I quickly realized that you can't get anything decent for that price, and you're really not going to learn anything.
Yeah.
Those drones don't even hover. You have to feather the joysticks to get them to be in the air. So.
Yeah.
People always think that's I've had numerous people ask me like, oh, should I get this little cheap thing for my first one? And it's just like, they're pointless. They're toys.
Yeah.
So
I think it also depends on what kind of droning you want to do. Like, if it's for cinematic reasons, you want to get something. Like, if you want to make videos with it, you got to get something a little more expensive. But if you're trying to, I'm sure if you want to do like first person flying racing stuff, that's a whole different field. But yeah, what drone would you recommend? Like, what's the price range you would say like that you should start out with getting a drone if you want to use it for music videos and whatnot? Like, where do you think the sweet spot is?
If you're just starting out, maybe 800. Like, DJI is making so many drones now that you can get something that's still decent quality for a pretty cheap price.
Yeah, I mean,
so I think like the Mavic Air.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. It's $730. I mean, that's pretty solid. And
yeah, that's a pretty good starting drone.
Yeah, so I mean, and pretty much all the controls are the same for any other drone. In a sense, when you get higher up, you're going to have more options and whatnot. It's just like a basic level entry camera. You're going to learn the basics, but once you can get all the maneuvers down and you can kind of like, I don't know, learn what looks cool when operating a drone, I think that's a good place to start. Even used drones too, because I don't know, DJI makes so many new drones. There's plenty. Like, how much is a used Phantom 3 Pro? That's still a good drone, right?
Yeah, but then at the same time, that didn't have sensors, and if you're just starting out, the sensors are huge.
Yeah, sensors are.
So
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that drone's about like 650 used, maybe like 400 or 500. But
oh, really? Yeah,
yeah,
I would definitely go with a Mavic Air over
even
that.
look, I'm looking right now. There's even the Phantom 4 Pro. Like even the Phantom 4 is like not like it's under $1,000. Like if you want to get into droning, I say don't waste your money on a $400, $500, $300 off-brand drone. Definitely, like I would say, spend the extra money and get something that's gonna make you money. You know, because no one's gonna pay you to fly a $200 drone that looks like, I don't know, looks like a GoPro duct taped to a bird's foot.
Yeah.
So you realized that drone wasn't going to work out. And then for a while, I remember you were rocking out the Phantom Pro, or what was it? Phantom 3
Phantom,
Pro, right?
Yeah, Phantom 3 Pro.
Yeah, and it's got like the little gold tassels, not tassels, little gold rings. And you had that thing for a good like two or 3 years, right?
Maybe close to 2 years.
Yeah, I think that's a long time to have a piece of gear, and like the quality you put out on that was like really solid. I think you grew a lot with that drone.
Yeah, actually, still like every once in a while, I'll look for some old stock footage of something, and I'll come across a clip that I shot on that, and it still kind of surprises me the quality that it has, even though the drones have gotten a lot better.
Yeah, definitely the technology is better, because I remember you had some trouble with it. You'd be like, it'd act up and it'd do certain things, but still, I think that was like a big starting point, and you were busting that thing out everywhere, and you were getting some really dope shots. Cool. So what's your go-to drone right now? What drones do you own currently?
Currently, what I own is a Inspire 2 and the Phantom 4 Pro, and then I also have a Mavic Pro, which doesn't really get used at all.
Yeah, I got the you gotta get the Mavic 2 Pro. That's what you're going for, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get that.
Yeah, we were talking about this. The Mavic 2 Pro has that Hyperlapse feature, which is pretty sweet. If you guys don't know what a hyperlapse is, it's basically like a time lapse that's moving, correct? Like you set point A to B, and it's going to move and take photos, and then basically you're moving through space, and it's almost like a slider shot in a sense, but it's just a lot. Is that the right definition? A hyperlapse?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
What if you were to get the Mavic 2 Pro, what's one way you would like to use the hyperlapse feature? Where would you do it?
I want to try one low to the ground. I haven't seen that done yet. Any hyperlapse I've seen with the Mavic has been above buildings and super high, but like, because originally hyperlapses were done with a camera on the ground on a tripod.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of cool to try to see if you were able to pull that off, you know, 4 feet off the ground with the drone.
That would be cool, especially like, let's say you set your so there's a few different modes on it. You can do I don't know the exact names, but there's one where you can like position the camera, then fly to your next spot, set that marker, and then set multiple markers, and it's going to fly, position the camera to A, B, and C. It'd be cool to start off low and then like do one of those shots like where you rise up over a building and like pass by like a flagpole or something, you know? And like that would be pretty cool to do like a slowly elevating shot like past something. Like I don't know, like the Capitol or something crazy, you know, like a big building.
Yeah.
Where are you thinking about doing something low? That's crazy though, because there's like
you would have to walk just for safety reasons. You'd have to pretty much walk with it, you know?
Yeah.
And just be behind it, but
yeah. I mean, if you get the okay for it, like whether that's at like an event or something, that might be pretty cool actually. Or even just like you can even cheat like a slider shot, just going like left to right, you know? That's definitely cool. Yeah, the only thing I have the drone right now, and the only thing I do miss, because you had the Phantom 4 Pro, I miss the 60 frames per second. which is you don't realize how much you use it, but like 60 frames per second on a drone looks amazing. Like the quality and just like how slow everything looks. Like it really just like, I don't know. I think it just saves so many shots, especially if you like make a bump or like the wind hits, like it can really save you a lot of, I don't know. But then again, I did get used to that. So now I'm trying to like smooth out my shots a lot more with I'm just getting used to it, but just been practicing with it. But yeah, do you think you could live without the 60, or you definitely need to keep a drone that has 60?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I did it before, so I could probably do it again.
Yeah.
Live without it.
Yeah. I mean, the setup time is what I think is really cool. It's just how fast you can take that thing out and just get it up in the air and then land. I do kind of don't like using my phone. It's pretty annoying, like having to have my phone charged and then it eats up battery and then I'm charging my batteries in my car and then I can't charge my phone.
I don't know if the new Mavic is the same, but the Inspire 2 actually charges your phone now. Or
I don't
tablet.
know. My phone's been dying every time I've been flying. And that battery,
it's a setting. You got to go in the settings.
But have you seen how small that like controller is? The remote's super small.
Yeah.
So like that's one thing I've noticed too compared to the Phantom 4 is like I would never have to charge that controller. I would charge the controller, but like it would never get that low, you know? Like even with a full day of droning. This controller, like it's going down. Like it's not super noticeable right away, but very quickly you're like, oh, I'm at 75%. Oh, I'm at 50. Like it's like the size of, I don't know, like you know what the size it is. It's like the size of like a I don't know, like a dry eraser. Looking at an eraser right now.
That's a good one.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. So yeah, Mavic 2 Pro is pretty dope. What do you think what made you go for the Inspire 2? If you guys don't know, Hatch actually unfortunately lost the Inspire 2, and then he got another one because got his money back through insurance. So don't leave drones in your car. But what made you like go with the Inspire 2? Like, you know, make that big jump, because that's a big price range compared to the Phantom 4 Pro. So you had the Phantom 4 Pro, it's around $1,600 altogether. The Inspire 2 is like, I don't know, what do you think with all the lenses, cases, etc.? What do you think that's around, like $7,000-$8,000?
Yeah, something like that.
What made you make that jump?
Just to be able to get, well, for one, to get better jobs, you know, because there's only so much you can do with a Phantom.
Yeah.
Before it's not going to match the camera that the rest of the production is being shot with. And also just to give myself a different look, because when I first got a drone, I was one of the first people in the Bay Area that had a drone as far as music video directors. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of like my niche, my edge. And then everyone started getting them. So to separate myself again, I got the Inspire 2. Or actually, originally I got the Inspire 1. But being able to put different lenses on it gives you different looks, and no one else was having that look.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, I feel like with a Phantom, just like with that fixed lens, you're only going to get like that one wide shot. And that one wide shot is good to like throw in. But if you're going to follow a car, if you're going to do anything else, it's just going to look like you're just going to have that one shot. It's like your bread and butter. But then like with the Mavic has a little bit, actually like the Mavic now, it has like, you can switch to full field of view, which is really wide. And it almost looks more like a Phantom shot. But then when you switch to H.265, it's cropped in. So you kind of get two shots for one. But I feel like I've heard this, and let me know if you agree with this. So when drones first came out, everyone's like, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. This looks like helicopter footage, like when it's done right. Like it's shot correctly. It's edited in with like scenes. Like you could really sell it for helicopter footage. But then after a while, people just start learning that that's drone footage. Like, you know, you associate that super wide shot like with like a GoPro or a drone, but then with the Inspire, since you could put like a 85 or a 50 millimeter on it, and you get more depth of field, you start bringing in all those elements. That gives it more of like a cinematic, more of like a helicopter feel. Do you think that is true? Do you think it like people?
Yeah, I was actually about to say that a minute ago. Like, that's like the cliche thing to say is, oh, it looks like a helicopter shot, when the normal drone doesn't really look like a helicopter shot. But
Yeah,
Inspired 2 stuff with like a 25 millimeter on there, truly, if you do it right, looks like it was shot with a helicopter.
yeah, definitely. So I think, yeah, it definitely steps up the production value a lot because I don't know, you're just getting more depth of field. And so what are some of the other features that drew you towards the Inspire 2? Is there anything else aside from just being able to put different lenses on it? Is there anything else that you like about that drone that you think's worth the money?
I haven't used it. I've only used it a handful of times, but being able to pull focus
Yeah. And
is,
and it also you can also do dual operation, correct?
yeah, which I also haven't done that often either, because
It's a little
I gotta
tricky.
find someone that I could trust.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried that on the Young TO shoot for a little bit because we got there a little early. And then, like, the feed I had on the, that was on the old one. It was messing up because it was, like, the first time you tried it. Remember that? It was hella delayed.
Yeah.
And I was just like, there's no way I can, like, do this. This is crazy. But, yeah, I think that's another thing. Talk a little bit about how much you can move the camera compared to the other drones for people who don't know.
Yeah, so on any other DJI drone, or most drones for that matter, you can only tilt up and down, and that's your movement. With the Inspire 2, you can, well, if you have dual operators, you can tilt up and down, and you can go left and right 360 degrees. So
And you can do
you
that
can pretty
because
much,
when you take off, the legs retract up. Is that the right word?
yeah.
So you have full motion where you're not going to get the legs. Like when you're flying a Phantom and you're going left and right, I don't know what axis that is. You're going parallel when, like, let's say like you're following a car on the bridge and you're flying right next to him. If it gets really windy or you're going too fast, like, you sometimes start to see the not the propellers, the legs in the shot. Have you ever had, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I just had that yesterday with the Phantom.
Yeah, so definitely with the Inspire, you're getting a higher level of production value. How do you feel about the setup time on the Inspire, and just how big it is?
You get used to it and quickly setting it up, and then also I got a case that allows me, because normally with most cases and the case it comes with, when you are breaking it down, you have to take off the camera and then retract the legs and then put it in the case. And then when you're bringing it out, you have to do all that backwards. But with the case I have, it's just in the landing mode, ready to fly with the camera on there. So I just pull it out, put the 4 props on, and it's ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's one thing that I've noticed about, like, droning with you. We've shot stock footage, like, up and down the coast a lot, and how fast and efficient you are at, like, getting your drone out, because it's annoying, like just the people who come up to you when you're droning and, like, get all up in your business. Like, we're obviously not stupid. Don't be stupid with flying your drone, because there's a lot of stupid people flying over people, or, I don't know, flying near power plants and stuff like that. But yeah, what's some of the craziest stuff that, like, has anyone, like, ever harassed you and told you, like, you can't drone here, and, like, threatened to, like, get you in trouble or call the police?
I don't think any, like, random, like, civilian people have ever gave me crap. Actually, wait. I think there was one time. Yeah, I was flying in San Diego, and I was landing in a parking lot nowhere near these ladies, and I, like, overheard. I don't know if she was purposely talking loud so I could overhear or not, but I heard her saying that, like she would take a shotgun and shoot it out of the sky or something like that.
Oh man, yeah.
I was just
Oh
like,
yeah, it was that one wedding I did. Remember that? This lady was like, she's like, wow, the footage from those are beautiful, but they are just so annoying. And then she was just like, went on and on about how annoying it was. I'm just like, all right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good kind of related. This is a good drone story. This was like super early on. I was flying in San Jose, and I was getting a hotel sign on top of their roof, so I wasn't looking in people's windows or anything. But there was a high-rise apartment building behind that hotel, and someone in one of those rooms saw the drone and was convinced that I was spying on them. Called the cops.
That's why you don't smoke meth, kids.
Called the cops. I had no idea about any of this, so I was getting my shots, and I put my drone away and left. I didn't know about this, and I don't know, 2 weeks later I get a call, and the guy's like, "Hi, this is Detective so-and-so," and then tells me everything that I just said, and he's like, "Yeah, I looked into you. I see that you're not like, you know, a peeping Tom, and I just want to warn you and let you know the situation." So I don't know how that detective found me, but he was doing some serious research.
Wow.
Because my car was parked far away, so the lady didn't get my license plate.
Yeah.
So
were you doing
I don't
the
know
work
if,
for the hotel?
No, I was just shooting stock footage around.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
I don't know if this guy like jumped on social media and was like searching hashtags or what, but
wow, that's
he
crazy.
found me with nothing.
Yeah, you have to be careful too, like what kind of drone footage you post, because I have seen people like post like drone footage at like Yosemite, and then or like some guy was like flying over some buffaloes on YouTube, and then like they got like his license plate and they came to like his house and they like gave him like a ticket because he was flying over buffaloes.
Yeah, you're snitching on yourself if you do that.
Yeah, and then you post on YouTube like buffalo footage. I don't know. But yeah, oh yeah, and be careful when you post your drone footage online. Put your logo over it, or put like really big text over it in the middle, because people are gonna snatch your drone footage and use it in their music videos. Too often than not, like we see the exact same drone shots in Bay Area music videos and music videos all over. So yeah, any tips on that, or is that pretty much covered?
Yeah, just watermark it and watermark it good enough where they can't crop it out, because
Yeah, people just throw black bars on that.
Yeah.
If it's too low, so yeah. Cool. So how do you feel about getting hired for drone footage? Do you think that's a good route for people to take? What are some ways you can make money with a drone? What are some ways you've made money with your drone?
So one thing you could do that sell stock footage. So you can either just sell it on your own to your friends or people you know through Instagram, or you can join a site that sells stock footage. You could do real estate videos. That's a pretty easy one to get into. Everybody wants, aerial videos of the house they're selling. Obviously music videos, just putting yourself out there. You could join Facebook groups, like drone related Facebook groups. People are always posting gigs like, hey, San Francisco Bay Area drone pilot needed this date. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff. You can do drone stuff for your friends. If you become the drone guy, or people know you have a drone, they're going to say, hey, I need a drone shot. And sometimes it's easy. Sometimes they're like, we'll only need you for an hour and we'll play you whatever, So you just come out, you can get the shot real quick, send them the footage, and you're all set. I've done that a few
And I know
times. This
isn't the case for everybody, because I picked up flying a drone pretty quickly and I was decent at it right away. But the first gig I got was a 2-day gig and it paid for the drone. Yeah. So it's a really good investment.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I think when you do drone footage, you can't rely on it, because there was a big thing like, oh, drones are getting played out. And a lot of people have them now, but if you use it correctly and you're using it to tell your story, whatever that story is, it's still useful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just like saying helicopter shots are played out in movies. Like, that's still happening. It's it's an important shot for establishing certain things. So
yeah,
it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and you can be, I don't know, there's still like the possibilities are endless, especially with all the new features and how easy it is. Like there's this feature on the Mavic 2. I think it's been on old ones, but literally you just draw a box with your finger around whatever you want to track. And it's not active track, but I think it's like point of interest, but you just draw, like, let's say, I don't know, there's like a cool palm tree. You just draw a little box around the palm tree, and then it'll like calculate, and then it just does like a 360, and then you could go in and you could change the speed. You could change how close you want to be to it. You can even like fly in closer, and it just does like a perfect rotating shot around the palm tree, and it's like super smooth. It's pretty sick. And like I just thought that was crazy. Like you don't even have to be like, I don't know, hella good to even get like a decent shot now. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, like that's the only shot you're gonna be able to get. You definitely need to practice other shots and learn how to do that without drawing a little box around something. But yeah. So what did I want to talk about? What do you think? What's like a good starter drone kit that you would say for someone? We could link this below too in the kit. What are some, because I know you have a lot of accessories that you like to buy. Let's say someone wants to get like, I don't know, we could do a few, like let's say if someone wants the Phantom 4 Pro, would you obviously recommend the 2.0 since that one's just newer and has better features?
I don't know. The Mavic is still good, especially if you're starting out. You're not gonna.
No, I was talking the Phantom 4 Pro.
Need every feature. Yeah, you could go either way. I mean, it just depends on how much money you're willing to spend. But like, if you don't have enough for the newer one, like it's not a deal breaker. Just get the older one, and you'll still be fine.
Yeah, I think I would say get a Phantom 4 over the Mavic original, because I feel like the colors aren't very good on the original Mavic. Like the shots, like they're good, but I think the Phantom 4 looks a lot better. I don't know. That's just me though. Like especially like at night. I don't really,
at night for sure.
Like
I was just looking at footage last night though of
the original
something
Mavic.
I got off the Mavic. Yeah, and it was like some Golden Gate Bridge footage, and it looked decent. Kind of surprising. I was like, oh, I don't remember looking this good.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I know you have like, what are some accessories that you think people don't know about or don't use that you would highly recommend for people to get with any drone?
Definitely probably some ND and polarizing filters.
Why should someone get those?
If you're shooting on a bright day and you're cranking your shutter speed up to like 2000 or whatever, like you don't need to be doing that. So you can just stop down and put an ND filter on there.
Yeah. And
also, helps with the colors and everything. If you buy a good one, don't go the cheap route and buy some cheap brand. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then polarizing filter, like if you're shooting water and there's a glare from the sun off the water, the polarizing filter is gonna get rid of a lot of that and make your shot look better. Nice.
Yeah, I was doing a Mavic 2 Pro shot, and the ND filters aren't even out for that drone yet. I just got them from Polar Pro, and they're coming in soon. All the DJI ones were sold out, but I had my shutter speed cranked up, and then I was like filming cars, and I look back at the footage, and like the cars just look like I don't know, just like so like sharp and like fast moving. There's like no motion blur. Like it works as a shot, but it's not as cinematic, It looks like very, I don't know, just no motion blur at all from the cars.
Yeah.
And then what about batteries and chargers? What kind of accessories would you recommend for those?
So the battery charger I have, it's right here actually. It's from this brand called Power Extra. and any phantom charger that charges more than one battery at once is gonna hold on, let me go back because I wasn't speaking into the mic.
Oh, okay.
So the battery charger I have is called the Power Extra, and instead of charging one battery at a time, you're able to charge 3 at a time. And I know DJI advertises that they have battery hubs that do that, but it's charging, all 3 are plugged in at the same time, but it's charging 1 at a time, where this charger charges every battery at once. I think you can fully charge all the batteries in an hour. So if you're out shooting, you can go take a break and charge all your batteries and be ready to go.
Yeah,
so that's definitely...
That's super useful, because without that, even if you don't have the one from DJI, I mean, that would probably take, if they don't all charge at the same time, that would probably take you about, I don't know, like, what's it take to charge a Phantom 4 battery? Like 45 minutes from zero? Somewhere around there. So, I mean, that would probably take you about, I don't know, like 2-3 hours to charge those batteries. So definitely, like, let's say you have you shoot all morning, and then you guys are going to switch locations. You guys take a lunch break. You can literally just plug it in and then just leave it and go eat lunch. Whereas if you just have the original charger, you're going to have to take that battery off, and then you're going to have to swap it once it's done and then plug that one in. So this can charge everything, including the controller. And I got the one, they have this for the Mavic as well, but I got the Fly More package. So it comes with a battery hub. And that one's kind of weird the way it charges it. It does like a weird cycle, but it came with the Fly More package, and I wanted the extra batteries, so that still works out as well. But definitely. And then what would you recommend for the car? So the Fly More package came with a car charger for the Mavic, and I actually tried the solution that you're gonna say with the Mavic, and it actually didn't work. Which was kind of weird. But what would you recommend for like charging your drone batteries in the car?
Wait, what did I suggest?
Oh, well, you haven't even said it. Your little car inverter. What's that thing called? It's like I just ordered it.
Oh, the power inverter. It didn't work for you?
No, it didn't work for the Mavic, but it worked for my Phantom that I did a few weeks ago, and I charged hella Phantom batteries. So, yeah,
I think you just have to look at the volts, because some of them don't output enough power.
I have the same one it just charged my Phantom though, and I think the Phantom, yeah. So this is a 300 watt power inverter, DC 12 volt to 110 volts AC car inverter. So this is just gonna let you plug in regular 12 volt to your car jack, and then you can plug in your regular.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe it takes, because they even make, DJI makes a car charger, and it's just like a regular thing that plugs into the cigarette thing and has a cord out of it. So I don't know how that could produce enough.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I have. It came with it. But yeah, so definitely, like, if you're on the road and you're getting stock footage, or it's always good to just have it just in case if you're out in nowhere and you need another battery, if your shot messed up and you need to do it again. It's really useful to just be able to charge a battery while driving down the road or to the next location.
And it's also going to save you money too, because if you need 6 batteries for a shoot, you could just have bought 3 and then charge the other 3 halfway through instead of buying 6. So yeah, it's like a $40 charger, and then
Yeah, what do you think?
I like having at least 5.
Okay, yeah,
I feel like that's crazy. A good number, because you know, 4 maybe, but I just like to have 1 extra to be safe, because you get on average 20-25 minutes per battery. Mm-hmm. So if you had 4, let's just round that up to 2 hours. And a lot of shoots, if you're only doing drone footage, it's gonna go longer than 2 hours. So you can't hold up the production because you need to charge your batteries.
You're really every every time you kill one, better start charging that way. So I would definitely say at least have 3.
And that's also a bad thing too, because you're not supposed to charge the battery when it's still hot. So technically, you need to, probably wait a good half hour for it to cool off before you charge it. So that's another reason to get more batteries.
Problems.
Oh, there's so much. I guess the first thing that comes to mind is the propellers in the shot. People going forward and pushing it hard, and the propellers getting the top of the frame, and for some reason they just leave it in the video and edit that in. I don't know why anyone would ever do that. That's like the equivalent of, I don't know, putting your hand in front of the lens and still using the shot. Like, I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah.
So if you do push it that hard and the propeller's getting the shot, if it's not too much, crop it out. If it is too much, just scratch it and don't use it.
And that goes back to having enough batteries. If you mess up that shot, if you have enough batteries, you can go back and get that shot again because you you have enough batteries to redo the shot, and you're like, oh, I don't have enough battery to redo that shot.
Yeah.
What are some other bad drone shots that you think ways people could step up their drone shots?
I guess just to begin with the camera settings, a lot of people will just put it on auto and trust that the camera is gonna do everything right for them. But I've seen a lot of people ruin shots because they put it on auto. Like there's just so many ways that can go messed up. I've seen people put it on auto and the shutter speed is like 30 and the shot's choppy because all the auto setting is trying to do is make it like a good exposure. They don't care about how the video is going to look. So that's one thing I've seen. I've seen stuff be like the camera's picking a random spot that it wants to expose properly, and then the rest of the frame just looks like terrible. So
yeah, I was playing around with the hyperlapse feature and the sun was setting, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna put it on auto, kind of like what I sometimes do with like a DSLR. I don't know, just because sometimes the sun sets or sun rises and you kind of need to expose for it. But then the footage was just like flickering, like back from like it was changing exposure almost every other shot, so it didn't look good. So yeah, I mean, that kind of, it's just definitely not good to be randomly changing exposure. Autofocus is okay on the drone, but don't put the one on where it's going to change randomly in your shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about jerky movements? What are some ways you can avoid that?
Yeah, just try to make your stuff as cinematic as possible. Like if you're changing directions while you're in the middle of a shot, make it a fluid, smooth turn. Don't just yank it to the right and reframe your shot, because to me that moment where it jerks is useless, and if you do use it, it looks really unprofessional. So just try to make your shots as smooth as possible.
And I think practicing, like testing a shot and then trying it over and over again until you get it right is really going to be the way to, I don't know, get those cinematic movements down. And I've been on the Mavic, I've been using this mode. There's a few different modes on there. There's the cinematic mode now. So what it does is when you stop, it brings you to a gradual stop. So like, or when you start too, like when you start from the beginning, like no motion, it slowly eases you into moving. So you can use the beginning of that clip too. So I think that's pretty cool to have I didn't get what it was doing first. Like when I like landed and like I moved left a little bit, like it was like gliding left for a second. And I'm like, what is it doing? And then I kind of realized what cinematic mode was. I had that kind of confused with tripod mode. Tripod mode is really just like the drone's like barely inching forward, and it almost looks like it's on a tripod.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too. I didn't know if you knew this, but the Mavic 2, you can actually turn it. Like you can move the camera like left and right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know if there's a control for it. Yeah, you have to like the way I did it is like you have to hold your finger on the screen and drag it. But I'm sure there's a way you could probably set it up, but I don't know why you would want to do that.
How far can it go?
I don't know. After a while, you start seeing propellers and other stuff, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's cool that it's there. But yeah, I think we're getting pretty close to the end here. Is there any other drone tips, any drone related things you want to talk about?
I don't know, just be responsible, because
Yeah.
if you do something, whatever it might be, that's irresponsible, if you hurt someone, if you damage something, you're not just making things bad for yourself, you're making things bad for any other drone pilot, and that's some people's way that they pay bills. So if this dude over here goes and crashes in San Francisco and like hits someone in the head, and they make these strict laws, now I can't fly in San Francisco and I can't, make as much money as I was before.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, I've seen that happen. There's been, we can't stop that. People flying over prisons, and I don't want to fly over a prison anyways, but they're enforcing all these no-fly zones. I forgot where it was around here. But yeah, and especially stupid stuff like people flying over wildfires. Like, you don't need to film the wildfire. Like, there's helicopters, there's people dropping. They're trying to put out the fires. They're trying to do their job. And you flying your drone, trying to do whatever is, I don't know, it's pretty crazy. If you look at some of these idiots on YouTube, like I saw this guy, he was like flying towards a helicopter? I think it was a helicopter. He was flying towards them, and they nearly missed by just like it was probably just a few feet. And
wow,
you can
I
even
see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. You on your computer right now?
Yeah.
Let me figure out the title. We'll watch it together. Mavic.
Oh yeah, there was also that guy with the FPV drone in Vegas, and he flew right over an airplane that was coming into land. Remember that one?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just type in helicopter drone. Helicopter nearly collides with drone off Hollywood. Watch this. Mute it. But yeah, you can see he's not flying for cinematic purposes. Like, you could just tell by his movements, the way he's jerking the camera and whatnot.
Yeah, the guy's just doing the classic pan.
Yeah, he's really just looking around. I don't think he's doing this for filming. He
yeah.
sees the helicopter. You see this? He sees it approaching the camera. He flies towards the helicopter. Look at this. Oh my God. And then he pans and looks back at the helicopter. So don't be like this idiot. I'll put this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll put this on the YouTube version if you guys want to see this. This is insane. But if you want to YouTube it yourself, helicopter nearly collides with drone off Hollywood. It's insane. I forgot what kind of drone this is. They say what kind of drone it is. It looks like a or it could be a Mavic. What do you think? Does this look like a Phantom to you, or a Mavic?
It's probably a Mavic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, though, because just put yourself in his situation. If you're looking at your little cell phone screen, like that helicopter is already a dot on here.
Yeah, that is true.
Then I feel like once it gets to a certain point, like there's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
But he's probably too high to begin with. This looks like he's probably like 600 feet at least.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing that I noticed as well is, that helicopter was straight up flying down the coast. He probably could have heard that helicopter a long way
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
So,
that's actually probably why he panned over there, because he heard it coming.
yeah, I mean, but you could see that with your natural eyes before you could see it on your screen. You could hear the
True.
helicopter, which direction it's coming, and you could put it in sports mode, and he could have dropped down to 300 feet real fast or just moved away from it. Use your eyes. I don't know. I would say use your eyes and know where your drone is so you can, I don't know.
Oh, that just happened like a month ago.
Really?
Yeah, it says all these videos were posted a month ago.
Oh, wow.
Looks like.
Yeah, oh yeah, these are just a month ago. Yeah, I saw this. So yeah, just be careful. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean that kind of sucks too because I feel like I don't know how long we're actually going to be able to fly drones like the way we do these days. It's probably going to change a lot in the near future, and it's only going to be. I feel like it's only going to be professionals who are going to be able to fly drones, and they're going to have to contact everyone and do it a lot more professionally in the future.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, is a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, so be safe with your drones. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. And yeah, is there anything else you want to say?
No, we covered everything, I think.
I'll put a promo code. How much should I sell the since it's drone related? I'll sell my San Francisco drone pack. How much should I sell it for?
How much is it normally?
It's $100.
$86.
$86. What's half of 86?
43.
43. If you use the promo code half of 86, you'll get it for $43.
No, half 86.
Half 86. All right, half 86. There you go. And then I'm only gonna put a limited number, so go and get them. But yeah, thanks for coming back on the show. We're probably gonna do more of these in the future. We'll just talk about certain subjects because after you finish the last podcast, you're like, oh man, I really wanted to talk about this subject or that subject, and we're always working on projects together. So yeah, is there anything in the future?
I'm sure we missed a lot of stuff drone related that people want to know too. So you could even
we could definitely
ask for more questions for a part 2.
Yeah, I know I had I actually didn't write anything down for this, but I know we talk about drones a lot. Yeah. One thing I like about the Mavic, just bringing it up again, is I like how quiet it is now too. Just a lot quieter compared to the Phantom 4, and I don't know, quiet drones. I think you don't realize how loud and annoying your drone is until you get a quieter drone.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I like that part. I wonder how quiet. I think even the new Phantom 4 Pro 2. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. We're not done. What do you think about the What are your predictions for the Phantom 5? What do you got? I mean, they've leaked photos. Do you think they're true?
I don't know if the photos with the the lenses that you can switch out are true. That'd be amazing.
Right. Do you think they would ever add retractable legs to the Phantom?
I think so. I know you can mod them to be like that. There's aftermarket things where you can change your Phantom legs and do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it's just so rare that the legs get in the shot with the Phantom, since you can only tilt up and down.
What if they added a new gimbal that can do all those crazy camera movements, and you can move a full 360, not 360. I don't know what degree range that is, but
dual operators with the Phantom.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Maybe.
I feel like they could have put. I don't know. Do you think that would start to make people not want to get the Inspire, or do you think just because the Inspire is such a bigger camera, it's always going to look a lot better? And I feel like they're real lenses too.
Yeah, size is always going to come out on top for stuff like that. There's only so small you can go before you sacrifice quality.
Yeah. But I think that will definitely be a game changer for getting different looking images with size, because when we took the Inspire to Vegas with us, that was a hassle. That was a big old drone. It took up all the trunk space. Luckily we had that cop car and it was able to fit in the trunk. But like with the Phantom, you can literally throw that thing in a backpack. I mean, sure, it's a little bit bigger, but if that thing has, like, if you could put different lenses on it and get better quality, let's say it's still going to have 4K 60 for sure. And then if they throw in 4K 60 with the 10-bit that they have right now, that's going to be insane. Imagine how good that's going to look. It's going to look beautiful. And then if you could put different lenses on it. That's just going to suck, though, having to buy DJI's lenses.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think about the move they did with the Inspire, where they put, like, they started making their own lenses that only go on their camera?
Yeah, that's an Apple move, you know, trying to get more money, because, like, for me with the Inspire 2, all my lenses are Olympus or Panasonic lenses, so DJI is not making any money off me buying those lenses, so
yeah.
But at the same time, the sensor is bigger on the other lenses, or it allows for a bigger sensor, so
okay.
I don't know.
What do you think about do you think there's ever going to be like another drone company that comes in and kind of changes the game from DJI, or you think we're stuck with DJI for a while?
I mean, they're so far ahead that the only way I could see that happening is if one of the major key players from DJI broke off and started their own company.
Yeah.
So he's already gonna have all that knowledge and stuff in his head, but there's no one that's just gonna like start a company from scratch today and catch up to DJI.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Maybe Elon Musk. I don't know.
Elon Musk. Yeah, maybe. I feel like he would make I would buy a Tesla drone. That'd be sick. Man, the batteries on that thing would be insane, though.
It'd be like solar powered too, so it just flies forever.
Up. That'd be ballin'. It would never crash. It'd be auto. The sensors on it would be amazing. It could dodge birds and it could dodge helicopters. Wow. Well, cool, man. It was dope having you back on. We'll definitely have you on in the near future. If you guys didn't hear, we had the code in there, so use that code if you guys... see, I'm not going to say the code, so you actually have to listen and not skip to the end. That's why I started talking again. But you can...
Got him.
Yep, got him. You can use that code, and you can get my drone pack for a low price of $43. And, yeah, I think that's about it. And then we're going to... Hatch is going to make a kit. If you guys want to check that out, he's going to have like some drone recommendations. He's going to type everything out so you guys can read it. And he'll just have like a couple drone kits that you guys can check out, like his recommendations and things you would need if you're going to buy a drone. It's affiliate link, so you'll help Hatch out. Their Hatch's affiliate link, so help the boy Hatch out so he'll come back on again. Show him some love. And, yeah, follow him on Instagram. Cool.
Cool. All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, peace out.